What's going on, people? Texas Redleg here. Just wanted to discuss a video topic for today. The topic is plans. I know a lot of us sit here and talk about prepping and having plans and bugging out and bugging in and all this jazz, but I wanted to discuss just for a little bit the topic of having a plan, or plan A, B, and C. I would suggest you probably have 3 of them be ready to go. Depending on what happens, you know, or if or when the balloon goes up and we're left with a situation that is untenable or just flat out dangerous, you know, we have to make decisions on what kind of moves we're going to make. I'm a firm believer, of course, depending on the situation. Like most people, your home is your castle. It may be best for you and it make more sense for you to stay put if something were to happen. We obviously realize that whether you're in a rural or an urban area, you know, or extreme urban area like a downtown city area, I mean, that's a pretty dicey situation most likely. People up in those situations are going to need to make decisions pretty quick as to whether or not you're going to get out. And if you do choose to get out, one, how are you going to get there? Number one, where are you going to go? Number two, how are you going to get there? And number 3, is it safe to do so? I think you need to have these plans in your head. Write them down, you know. I'm not saying share them with the world, but if you have a small network, you know, discuss it. Maybe you use each other's resources. Maybe somebody has a piece of property somewhere. Maybe you've got family or friends, you know, out of town a little ways. The biggest critical decision you're going to have to make with regards to that is when to go. Because if you wait too long, you might not be able to get there. The other part of that, the other side of that coin is, you know, if you leave your home and it's a real disaster or a real chaotic situation, you know, whatever you leave behind probably ain't going to be there when you get back, if you decide to go back. So those are things to keep in mind, you know. If you make a decision to leave, man, you better be sure, because it's likely not going to be there, or certainly not going to be in the same condition if you ever decide to go back. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. People always say, well, I'm bugging out. It's not as easy as that. Not to me. I mean, if it's life and death, sure, you grab what you can grab and go. But a lot of people have, you know, been investing in their homes for a long time. A lot of people have fortified their homes, you know, for certain situations. So that's something else to think about. Obviously, if you're a leaser and you're not a buyer, you know, it's a lot easier decision for you to decide there. But, you know, you got to have a plan B, a plan C. You got to know where you're going to go, how you're going to get there, and all the little intricate things that go along with that in between. You know, what kind of vehicle do you have? If we get hit with an EMP, you're going to be on foot or on a bicycle most likely. So can you carry what you need on your back? You know, at least people get these 150-pound rucksack duffel bags thinking they're going to go run up and down the road with everything but the kitchen sink on their back, and it's just not going to happen. And it's really, really dicey to think that way. You got to be able to travel light. So whatever your preps are, your large-scale preps at home or wherever your location is that you would flee to, you need to have a condensed version of that you can carry on your back and be mobile and be fast, because you don't want to be stuck out on the road, not for an extended period of time. So don't get overloaded with your mobile kits, you know, your backpacks, etc. Because if you can't throw it on your back and jog, man, you kind of wasting your time there, because somebody's just going to stop you and kill you and take your stuff. So be light, be mobile. Take the absolute essential things that you need with you, but really be smart about what you put in there. You don't need all the comforts of home on your back. You know, this is survival mode. You take the bare essentials. bare essentials that you're going to need that you can move with and not get bogged down. Because again, people are going to stop you and kill you and take your stuff if you can't defend it. So think of your stature. You know, are you in shape? Are you not in shape? Are you a small frame female? Are you gonna? How much can you carry? I mean, test yourself. Walk around the block with it a few times a month or something, and gauge yourself. It's not as easy as people think it's gonna be. You know, for those that have been in the military that are in shape and have carried stuff on their back for extended periods of time, they can tell you it's a bitch, and it ain't easy. All right, so keep that in mind. But have a plan B, have a plan C. Maybe this plan B over here is not going to work out. Well, you have at least another plan that you might be able to consider. But again, remember, they need to be real, attainable, and safe. Safe as you can make it. And you got to rehearse it too, you know. If we get hit with an EMP and you're on foot, you know, you didn't have rally points so that you and your friends or your family know, look, if this happens, we're going to meet here. You know, you're not going to have any communications unless you've prepared and you've insulated some stuff to, survive an EMP blast. You know, two-way radios, handheld radios. You know, if you protect that stuff properly, it may be okay. You know, it may be okay after an EMP. You know, are you protecting your items? Are you able to communicate? If you're not going to be able to communicate, then again, you need to have a plan where your group, your people know, without a doubt, if this particular event happens, you're meeting at the, gas station out on Route 44 and Rosebud Street or something like that. You need to have a plan. And once you just solidify a plan, you stick with the plan. So anyway, plans are huge, people. You can't just jump through your butt at the last minute thinking you're going to survive something, you know. Look at what we do in the military. We rehearse, we plan, we train, and we do it over and over and over again until it's damn near perfect and everybody has it memorized. That's what we do. It's called training. It's called proper preparation. So I implore all you people out there, get plans. Talk about them. Don't think it's not going to happen. This thing is delicate as hell right now. Have a plan. Have a plan B. Have a plan C. And be able to execute those plans. And take what you need to with you on foot if necessary. All right, y'all have a great weekend. Keep prepping. Stack it deep. Long live the Republic.